So, me being young, I say a lot of dumb shit, right? Colloquial slang is very important.
Colloquial?
Colloquial.
Colloquial.
I hope I'm pretty sure I'm using that word right.
Explain.
It's like an in-group sort of slang. The few that understand.
Okay, so like if Cam and I had some goofy shit that we said between each other, only we would understand.
Yeah. I mean, I've only really ever heard the word in context, and that's the context that I heard it in. So there's no fucking way that I'm saying it wrong, but, quote unquote, biggest quotations Microsoft Word will allow.
All right, 515 podcast.
515, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived.
We got Rayce
Yohn.
Rayce Yohn. I had a hard time with his last name. Rayce Yohn here in the studio.
Everybody does when they first meet.
He's a young guy, got a lot of stuff in the future heading up, and he's going to talk to us about it.
What do you want to go over first? You want to talk about Twin
First,
City
introduce
Tunes?
yourself. Talk to the camera.
Hello, camera audience. My beautiful, wonderful lady followers who love me unconditionally. I'm Rayce Yohn. I do music. I'm a musician by trade, but I'm not very good at it, and that's what makes me special. It's what sets me apart.
It's not about the talent, it's about the personality, right?
Right. I got the personality in spades, but the talent is about this much.
It comes in time.
Yeah, right.
Comes in time. Trust you me. I've been playing bass for, 30-some years, and I still suck.
You understand that. Sucking is my art form.
I tell you what. Once you suck at a few songs live, you learn to sharpen your skills real quick.
That fucking embarrassment. The cortisol that grips my fucking heart every time I miss a note. Yeah, it's a reminder to do better. But I set up shows. I do music. Can't do a whole lot of setting up because of COVID, but pray to God that that's about to change. Twin City Tunes is the branding I went under because we had the Twin City Market in Sterling. That's my hometown, right? I was thinking if I keep with the Twin City thing, I already have the branding and the association with family friendly and, pretty decent city-sized events. So that's kind of what I was going for with the whole Twin City Tunes thing. But I just said, you know what? I'm tired of going to shows. I'm going to bring the shows to me. I had the idea of, okay, how much is this going to cost? And then I set it up because I'm friends with like a ton of bands, either my age or even older.
Now, do you have a PA system that you travel with, or do you have to rely on a house PA?
There is no house PA where I originally set it up. It was actually at a park, but we didn't room mix or anything. I have a friend that does audio. His name is Kyle, some friend, right?
Shout out to Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle with the best fucking PA system I've ever used that we totally didn't blow fuses on the first time we tried to run it. But he came with like, I don't even know what size the speakers are, but anyway, it was at a big park. It was at a band shell. The Grand and Civic Center in Sterling, the big concrete.
No. I lived there for about a year, but I was too busy at the bars.
Okay, well, it's downtownish. It's Cam, you want to pull up a picture of Grand and Civic Center, and I'll do more of a diagram of how we set it up, right? But yeah, we just put the PAs on the front of the stage, ran everything with a snake back behind a lot of the benches there. What a beautiful individual, cute guy.
You're not much of a narcissist, are you?
No, never. Very humble. When I'm nervous, a lot of time I just start talking about myself.
Don't be nervous here, man.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, right up here, they do movies in the park. Basically, all the bands were right there. Yeah, this picture right here.
Kind of looks like the band shell in Rochelle.
Never been, can't say, but a lot of band shells.
That's a lot bigger, but the one in Rochelle is smaller.
Right? Yeah. Pull that shit up right there. That image, make that bigger. Basically, we ran that snake through that center aisle back into a tent where we just had our mixing board and everything.
Yeah.
2 speakers on this side, 2 on that side. Everybody had their amps already stacked. I had all the we had like 9 bands. So it was like we had to do it in blocks so everybody's equipment wasn't already on stage, right? But we had like 3.
Did you have the opportunity of talking certain bands into just use the same gear, just use the same amps?
Sometimes that was all up to them. I just set up,
because a lot of times they won't.
Yeah, they want to have their own sound, and it's like, yeah, I don't fucking blame you at all.
No, not at all. But sometimes
it's easier.
You can get a band that'll be like, yeah, I can work with that, because the only thing I can use that amp. I'm just gonna hook my pedal into it.
Right? Yeah, pedal board.
But us bass players, we don't have pedals.
I have a lot of pedals now because
I
what
have
I go for is
one pedal.
Different. Tuner. Yeah. I actually was fucking around with a multi-effects there for a little while.
Well, my tuner is a multi-effects. It's a Tascam.
Right. Okay.
You know, but I've only got 3 programmed into it.
So compressor.
Straight.
Okay.
And octavator.
Oh, cool. Right on.
And flange. 1, 2, and 3. That's all I need.
Sounds about right. I mean, shit. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it's basic, but it's there. It works. It's supplementary.
Mm-hmm.
What I do with my multi effects is I kind of try to engineer my bass sound, like when I'm playing at laundromats, to sound like just a pretty deep guitar. I tune down to C standard, put on like a distortion. It's like a.
What do you tune to?
C standard.
C.
C is like, it's 3 steps lower than your standard.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Because I like playing in a 420. A standard 420.
Oh, A equals.
Yeah,
okay.
420.
Yeah.
That's what I like. But the guys at the recording studio, they like to play in a D.
D. Oh, D standard.
So they're in a D standard.
Okay, yeah. D.
So you're going even deeper.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I have to put really heavy strings on it to maintain the tension with it. And
oh, yeah.
I like really heavy shit, you know, so. But C is like your Breaking Benjamin bands. They play in either drop C or C standard. And what that is, like, it's D standard. Drop C is basically D standard, but your top string is on C.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything is just. But when you put heavier strings on it, that's when it's like, okay, your tension's a little bit better, your tone gets a little bit flubbier just because you have bigger strings, the more harmonic content, some people would call it. It's just kind of a muddier sound, but when you put a shit ton of distortion on it, it works. It covers up all my mistakes, and it sounds fucking awesome. So that's what I do there. Yeah, but luckily for me, that music was not debuted at the Grandin Civic Center. That was just more, like I said, family friendly. We had like rock bands and shit too. I had a taco truck come. 9 bands. A lot of it was acoustic, and then a lot of it was when my friends were younger and like just starting to get into like the band scene. I said, you want your shot? Come do it. You know, I was fixing up like I was a real fucking show promoter, right? I was getting psyched up for this, so I went to the city. My mom works in that building, so it was really easy to get a hold of the paperwork to actually rent this out. You want to know how much this whole park is to rent out?
How much?
$50.
Even till today?
They make you put down a $100 deposit, but it's only $50.
Now, how long ago did you do this?
2 years ago, give or take.
Okay.
So no, I can't imagine it's different. Now, they have packages you can set up for like different lighting arrangements. You pay an extra like $25 to have the dome lights on, which I mean I always do because you want light when it's fucking 9 p.m. Even when it's summer. We did the first show August 11th. So it's kind of getting more towards the autumn hours. It's not quite as bright at like fucking 8:30 as it was, 10 seconds ago in July. But even still. But yeah, baseline, $50. And then the sound, we spent, I want to say $400 or $500 just to get it there and all set up. I didn't have to touch a damn thing. And a lot of the equipment that we actually had was already... No, that was the second time around. The first time, we actually used a church speaker system because they were so kind and charitable to a poor, broken individual like me. They did their good Christian duty, right, to
Did you get
lend us some
converted?
speakers. Fuck no.
Okay. I didn't know how far they got their digs into you.
No, they just gave me the fucking speakers. It was my friend Gabe. He was already converted, right? He's already into the church stuff.
Okay.
Right. And he already had a snake. He already had a mixing board. He already had a lot of the stuff. We already had most of the equipment there. It was just a matter of gathering it together, sweetening the deal for the right people.
Sure.
And actually making it happen. Inviting people and getting everybody there was another thing entirely, and that's the real stressful part.
Advertising.
My advertising budget was pretty small, but I got a lot done with only like $150, like flyers, posters that I painted the fucking town with. And the design cost a little bit. I went through SBM to get the design rolling because I didn't know what the fuck graphic design was. I'm still not good at graphic design. I have no fucking clue, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, if you can do it, boom. You know, just shop ideas around, getting emails going. But now I actually have friends that I can pay to make a way more appealing poster. Through this, getting connected with all these different fucking people was just like a eye-opening experience, man. It was really cool to actually be the man in charge, you know, but it was it wasn't some kind of a headache as well, because if something didn't come along, it fell back on me.
There you go. Yeah, it's cool until it all goes wrong.
And, I bankrolled the whole thing with money from my summer job at the Park District. Now I was making, this was before the whole minimum wage talks of increase, so minimum wage was still $8.25. But when I was 17, which is when I did the first one of these, I didn't have money to spend on anything. My parents were still paying for a lot of it, so it was just like a kind of a perfect storm of, I can put all of my money into this. And for the first show, I think it was about 900, no, that was for fencing alone. Another thing I regret spending a lot of money on, but at least we have it forever. You know, the initial investment of it wasn't a whole lot.
Oh, you didn't rent it, you bought it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big deal.
Because I wanted to do it over and over again.
Okay.
And it's
what
kind
kind
of
of
investment. Like snow fence 3 feet high and a bunch of fucking stakes. It's more there just to say, hey, ticket booths that way.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I could easily fucking step over a snow fence. Anybody could, you know, and they did, which is why I also had security, right? Which everybody was pretty good for a first time of just like, hey, if I give you $20, will you be security? Get him a shirt, give him $20. Boom. It was a very good, I have good friends type of deal. You know? So that was cool. Yeah, the fencing and the posts. The posts were the real fucking expensive part. It was $50 for like 100 feet of snow fencing, and it was like, figure it out. You know, we spent $800 on fencing, $900 on fencing. So a couple 100 feet, posts for like, I want to say 170 something, like $1.70 per post, but we had a shit ton of posts.
So you got it stored somewhere?
Yeah, my grandpa has a shed on a different property that I store all that.
Just think you can make money off it all in the wintertime. You just rent it out, put up some snow fence.
Well, I just don't want people to fuck it up, right?
If you go put it up, you come take it down.
You might have just given me a very lucrative idea.
$150 a winter. Put up some snow fence.
Shit, man. Maybe. I'm not thinking smart enough. No.
Everything makes money.
Yeah, if I was really in the poor mindset, I could probably figure
I'm not poor, but everything makes money.
You're right. That's
when
true.
I wake up, I make money.
Piss excellence.
And shit thunder.
Crap thunder. Yeah, same diff, really. But yeah, after the fencing, the marketing for it was just like, $150. We got posters, flyers, the design from SBM, which was pretty much, here's the bands, and then up top, Twin City Tunes at Grand Civic Center, catered by X or Y, and that kind of laid in the formula for what I was going to use for the most part for future shows and everything. And then the second time we did it, went the exact same way. It's a simple and effective formula. Now, I think the success of this, and also probably the downfall of why it's not lucrative, lies in the ticket prices that I set for it. For local shows like this with local bands, I don't want people to pay too high of a price, and I also want to make it convenient for people to pay. And I said to myself, what's money everybody has, and what's a good way to pay? $5. It's a single bill. Everybody has $5. You come with a family, You drop a 20, not a whole lot of change required. You know,
yeah.
You don't have to fuck around with coins. You don't have to fuck around with even single dollars half the time. You know, you just $5. Come on in, get a wristband. Boom. Simple. It's simple but effective. And then after that, we got a head count. We had like 400 people come for the first show.
Nice.
And for me, when I tell you my ego inflated substantially, because at 17, my first show as a promoter type guy, we got 400 fucking people at a 9-band show, and I didn't lose money. I was ecstatic.
And you probably had no food, no beer garden, no alcohol involved.
Oh, we had pizza.
Okay.
But this was a not that alcohol isn't family friendly, because if I was like at this again, I would want to fucking drink. And no, we didn't have a beer garden, but there was bars that were pretty close by.
Okay.
So it was a kind of a drum up business for the whole downtown idea I had in my head. But
you got to appeal to everybody, because you don't want the downtown people that are established pissed off at you.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not trying to compete with anybody. Oh, that's another story. My competition, who tried to... I'm not a violent person, right?
I don't know. Are you?
But
you tell us.
Yeah, right. Well, usually, but I'll tell that in a second, right? But fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, beer. We had a taco truck cater, and then I bought pizza for staff, pretty much like 3 hurricanes.
Okay.
So everybody'd be fed, the musicians would be fed, everybody was paid, and it was the only fucking bad part about after is tearing all that shit down. I'm there from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. setting up, making sure nothing's going to shit, and then tearing down with whoever the fuck wants to help, which sometimes isn't a lot of people.
Picking up garbage because you want to leave the place as clean as when you found it.
Well, they won't give you your deposit back if it's not clean.
There's always that.
So it could go easily from 50 to 150, and that's like...
Yeah, and you had hurricane pizzas to pay for.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I mean, shit, the hurricanes were chump change compared to the whole fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
But
at that point, though, every penny counts.
Yeah. At the local level, every penny counts. I'm not a fucking conglomerate, and I'm not running.
So what's your future plans for this excursion you're on?
Definitely think that this park right here is my favorite park to do it at, considering it's downtown. The police have everything checked out, so there's a very low chance of violence. The police station is right here.
Okay.
Right behind the Granite Civic Center. This is a Lenhart Plumbing. Police station's right behind that. Everything's under control. It's a nice part of town. The noise ordinance is just everything about this is perfect. The price and everything. The only thing that fucking sucks, sometimes the weather is bad. And so if I put all my eggs into one basket, it's not going to work out if it's fucking raining. Because even if there's a chance of rain, people will not come because they think they're going to get wet. So that's another big thing. But future plans-wise, this park is awesome, and actually after doing this and stressing with such a big event, I wanted to focus on more intimate, like 3-band engagements, because doing 8 and 9 like we did for the first 2 shows is a lot. It's a lot to pay the bands, even if it's only $20 a band member. That's like it when you get 9 bands, say at least 3 up. Yeah, so what's 9 times 3? 27. 27 times 20, that's, easily a couple $100 right there. And for good reason. Musicians are substantially underpaid, but I can't pay them right half the time,
Well, that's when they need to make money on swag.
Right, yeah, they got their fucking merch.
Did you have booths set up where they could sell T-shirts and all that stuff?
I had merch tables, and
nice.
I invited a lot of my friends who did like crafts to come set up by the gazebo that was over here. The gazebo acted as the ticket place. I also had my buddy Sam Hibbard bake like a shit ton for this to sell it, and I was just like, I just want people to be fed. Keep the money, you bake it, you make it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
God, she's a good fucking baker. She made cupcakes. Mwah. That came in fucking clutch. I was about to pass out from I'm not a diabetic or anything, or a hypoglycemic or nothing, but I was about to pass out a few fucking times here.
Stress, lack of food.
Stress, no food. It was hot as shit. Stress especially. my best friend Keegan, who kind of helped me plan that motherfucker was like my rock throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, I planned it, but he planned it, right? He helped me a substantial amount. He was just like, are you going to be able to fucking survive? Are you going to be able to get to the fucking date? I was man. I was like puking, fucking stressed out, because I really wanted to do something with my life. I really wanted to make a difference. I wanted to mean something. In retrospect, this wasn't too big of a thing, but it was. At 17, to do some shit like that, I'm still very proud of myself, and people still talk about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. People still talk about it. They ask me about it, and I'm like, can't really do a whole hell of a lot right now, but once everything chills out a little bit, we're going to get back into the full fucking swing. But yeah, this was
with this time off, with our troubled times, are you already putting things together, talking to bands, you know, finding other venues, looking around, weighing options?
Definitely looking around. In terms of talking to different bands, I've been in a few's ears, you know, just to say, hey, what are you doing when this is all over? Because, I mean, there's still people playing shows, and a lot of times if I can't afford to pay them well, they're not going to even, you know, think twice about doing a smaller show unless I'm really cool with them. It's like a, I don't even like paying like the friend price for things, because I feel like that's cheating somebody, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, for you, I'll give you the friend price. It's like, no, I mean, I want you to prosper and do that. So I want to be able to make sure I can afford that. So kind of building up funds right now, looking at different venues, looking at different pricing options. The only thing that is kind of a killer, and what's making me teeter-totter, is I don't want to let go of the $5 principle. That is very important to me, that if it's local and it's still like pretty underground, I don't want to get rid of the $5 thing now. But if I'm bringing in actual cool bands, yeah, I'm not going to be afraid to charge, you know, 10 or whatever, maybe even more if the bands are really good or have some sort of local acclaim. I'm far away
a following.
Following. I'm far away from getting like even mid-sized bands, but local-wise, the sky's the limit, you know. But yeah, letting go of that $5 thing, I just don't want to betray people, because I always said, it's like, I always want to make it $5. You know, but maybe I worry too much. It really just depends.
Hey, it's your thing. You can worry all you want.
It is. I just don't want to be dishonorable and have that come back on my name in a negative way. Kind of being a businessman, you know. It's I just don't want to be a dickhead, bottom line.
I've dealt with some band promoters when I was in a band running around, and not all of them are cool.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of shiesty.
But there's a lot of, most of them are cool.
Because they've been in the shit.
Exactly. Most of the guys I dealt with were cool. But when I started gigging over at the DeKalb bars, that's when it kind of got a little saucy, and
bar
people
owner, show promoter.
They were arrogant, and, you know, you're doing this and you're doing that, and we've got a short amount of time between bands, so your drummer's going to use that drum kit.
It's like, buddy, you want this to be a good fucking show? Let us take care of it. Yeah.
Well, my drummer ended up using another drummer's kit, and there was a little bit of a discussion. And finally, my drummer gave in, because he's a very passive, very wonderful guy, and I called him off to the side and I said, I want you to beat that fucking kit to death. I want ripped skins, broken sticks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for me, if I was a drummer, I'd be like, listen, you can use my kit, but use your own fucking snare. That's like
I wanted my drummer to use his kit,
right? Yeah,
but they said no, we don't have enough time to switch out equipment.
You'd only be moving so much, and then dealing with fucking shitty house kits is a different thing entirely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Either way, I understand.
Your own snare and shit. Yeah, your own brass. I've been trying to learn drums a little bit more, and boy, do I have a whole new fucking respect, because, you know, strings is one fucking thing.
The more you learn them drums, the better you are going to be a bass player.
Yeah, the rhythm, you know. Yeah, keeping with that. But I'm just saying, like, doing like the 16th notes, like, you know, shit like that. Way fucking harder than I thought it was when I first started out, and even like actually keeping like a solid beat and not rushing or dragging too much is.
Well, with drums, you got to have a different mindset for each leg and each arm.
Yeah, no, I can feel my brain rewiring it.
See, when you're playing bass or a guitar, they work together.
Right.
They all work separate.
Yeah.
to make it all work
Different
together.
time.
Especially throw some singing in on top of it.
Oh shit, I'm not the Eagles. I don't do that. No way. Because I mean, I can talk to somebody and do your simple 4/4 beat on the hi-hat and just, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But as soon as it starts getting into different time signatures, I don't fucking count more than 4 or 6 or like 6/8. You know, slow 4/4, right? I don't fucking do that. That's kind of beyond me. It'd be a good skill to develop, but since I'm working on everything else here, it's like I said, teeter-tottering. It's a big balance.
Oh, absolutely.
And on top of that, I just want to get better at my main instruments before I learn any other things. It's fun, you know. If you increase your repertoire, you can be a fill-in if you're good enough for anybody.
Sounds like with all the band managing stuff, that's a full-time job of its own.
Stressful.
When you're up and running.
when we're running. Right now I'm chilling. I'm enjoying the low stress environment of just talking about it, putting plans into motion rather than spending money, wondering if I'm actually going to make anything back. Am I going to get audited? You know, because I'm not a nonprofit.
Are you incorporated?
No, I'm not. So, but
Okay.
I talk to the city. Doing stuff like this is kosher. You know, and as long as I'm not making a super lot off of it, it's still pretty under the radar.
Okay, so you don't have to file taxes on it.
No, and it's like it's never an amount of money that's even worth it. I mean, obviously you have to file for anything over a certain amount, but it's like, fuck the government.
I agree with that,
Yeah.
but I mean,
the libertarian in me is coming out.
sure, that's okay. That's okay.
Right.
There's no rules.
Yeah.
For me, it was never about, like we were talking earlier before the show started, it was never about making money playing bass and being in bands.
Right.
I just like being on the stage and being a ham.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to
Well,
get out
shit.
there and jump up and down and.
Making any money, period. Well, if I already have to spend.
I mean, do you know the
hundreds
ratio
of
of
thousands.
guys like you and I to the ratio of people that are actually putting out famous albums?
A lot. It's, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
The pie chart has a sliver, you know.
Because I've been in bands where you've got bandmates that they thought they were going to go out there and they were going to make $1 million and they're going to be on tour buses and okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Start somewhere.
Well, I mean, and they were serious, you know, because we were in a band together.
Right.
This is a while back, a different band. And one of the guys, I mean, he was just constantly chomping the bit that we've got to make money, we've got to do this, we've got to do this. That's me. See, I broke my own rule.
God damn. I was like, now what the hell
I
is
broke
that?
my own rule.
How could you do this?
Sorry about that.
Hey,
That'd be
man.
the first.
No rules. One rule, but no rules now.
I pay the rent.
I pay, yeah, I pay for the motherfucker. I should be able to use it. I feel you.
There we go. Sorry about that, folks.
No, but going back to what you're saying, I like the tenacity of some band members like that, but realism versus your ambition is a delicate balance too.
Well, I mean, if you've got the talent
Which
to really be that ramrod,
we go back to the ratio again of people
Yes.
who have that talent and ambition.
well, there's
versus-
a lot to be said about self-awareness and people skills. I like to just strut on stage and play my bass guitar, and I'll
Yeah.
spend money on gas and
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah.
I just want to be there.
I'll get the McDonald's, guys. Come on, get in the fucking van. We're going to Sharky's or whatever
Exactly. We're gonna get 15 Happy
the
Meals.
fuck. Sometimes those are the best fucking meals. Like, well, when you're intoxicated, maybe not after a
Yeah.
long show. You want an actual fucking meal once you've sweated your fucking heart out and played.
Yes. That's my things. I love being covered in sweat and beer when I'm playing.
Right. Yeah. It's part of the ambiance, the aesthetic. Your fucking shirt's tight to you now because you're fucking wet. You know, it's
You've seen The Rocker,
I haven't, but I've heard of it.
Rainn Wilson.
No,
He's the
man.
drummer. At the end of each gig, he takes his shirt off. It's all.
Yeah, I feel you. See, I'm a little too self-conscious to do that. I love the way my body looks in a t-shirt, but once you take it off, it's like, you know how Canadians have bags of milk, right?
No.
So it's comparable. Yeah.
What's he talking about?
Canadians have fucking. Can you pull that up? You wanna? Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. If we could get some bagged milk on the pod, the 515 special brand bagged milk coming soon. to a grocery store nowhere fucking near you. Gray milk bag.
What we've got to do is we've got to get another screen up there.
Yeah.
So that he can pull stuff up that's separate from what's on this screen.
Oh, yeah.
It's all in the process, man.
Yeah, I kind of look like that. Now, use your imagination, kind of shape it, sculpt it to me, you know. But, yeah, Canada.
Well, okay, that's how they have their milk. I didn't know that.
This is a picture of Rayce before he grew his long hair out.
Absolutely.
That's Rayce's baby picture.
Prepubescent me, still pasty white, no matter what. No matter how Italian I am. I tell you what, I had somebody ask me if I was fucking Puerto Rican once. I was like, what part about me looks Puerto Rican? I'm like 6'5" and white as a ghost. But, you know, I worked at the Park District at the time.
I was going to ask you what the origin of your last name was.
Yohn?
Yohn. Is that Italian?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Is it really?
My grandpa Virgil was Italian, and my grandma. No. He had some Italian in him, but yeah, right. Fucking... I do. I fucking catch myself doing this shit sometimes. It's like, no, no, you're...
Hey, la fucking Italiano!
Well, now you're being racist, you know?
I wasn't looking at it that way.
It's like, never mind. That's terrible. No, but my grandmother's maiden name is Saraceno. And that's not like a ricotti, but yeah, it's got the fucking Italian in it. My great-grandfather came over from Ellis Island, actually, and so straight from Italy.
Yeah.
So I'm like a quarter, you know, and then my dad is, well, on my grandma's side, is very olive-skinned. Like, he's really fucking dark. Unfortunately, I didn't get that, but when I tan, it's like I get really fucking tan.
Sure.
Almost black, tone-wise. Like, not like melanin, and I don't have that look about me, but the shade is there.
Yeah.
Especially when I was working outside. Now I'm just in and between factory jobs doing whatever the fuck. Cleaning bars.
Where do you work?
Lisa's Brick House. I'm a janitor. Glorified. I get my morning Cokes for free, and I get one meal, and all I have to do is clean the floor and hit some mats. It's great. But I've been applying at a few places for actual full-time actual jobs. That's like my...
And that's over in Sterling?
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's my gas money job.
All right.
I like to call it. Because like $20 a week, boom, like half a tank each week. And I don't really drive a whole hell of a lot, so it's just perfect. Even though my car fucking kind of guzzles gas a little bit. I had an 02 Ford Taurus that was more fuel efficient than what I got now.
Hey, it's all about how much your foot's in the gas pedal.
I am not a lead-footed individual. Like, I'm heavy.
I don't know you very well, but I'm sure that you get on it once in a while.
Listen, you see me, I'm the master of finesse. Like I said, I'm not a violent person. But the last 3 fucking miles that I was coming here, somebody was going 45 in a 55, and I felt a little violent then. But yeah, I had to step on it to pass them and all
Let's
that.
call it frustration.
Frustration. I'm not gonna kill anybody like No Country for Old Men, you know?
Exactly. All right, we're going to take 5 minutes.
We'll be back.
Be back 5:15.
We're rolling.
All right, we're back from a small break here at the 5:15 podcast with Rayce.
Hey. Yeah, we're back from our drink break, and we are ready to switch gears a little bit. I kind of want to stop talking about music for a second and kind of go into kind of something a little bit more interesting, like what makes you as a person. And what I was going to talk about was how your outside environment kind of influences you as a person. And this is only from experience. I'm just talking about me. But for most part, have you ever heard of Stoicism? Like the philosophy of Stoicism? Nothing at all?
No.
You know, Cam?
I probably should, but no.
So, Rome, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor. He was one of the founding members of the school of thought, school of philosophy, Stoicism. It's pretty much like you master your emotions. You're really zen. You're really not necessarily zen, but you try to look at things objectively, introspectively, to be able to make the right decisions all the time. Now, there's no such thing as a perfect system, so obviously you're never going to be able to do that. And that's kind of what fucks me up about it, because I love stoicism. I love the idea of it, of being able to control my emotions wholeheartedly and be able to make the right decision every time. But that seems like kind of a pipe dream when you are denying your own emotions. Because for me, I really want to be a man. What your version of a man is, like a real man, but at the same time, I don't have the qualities of what makes a real man according to Stoicism. Stoicism and the idea, the kind of the meme of what a real man is. Like a lumberjack looking kind of guy, stoic, very smoldery most of the time. And it's like, other than the look, I really don't have any of that, because I'm very high strung. I have a lot of emotions going through me all the time, and whether that be mental illness or my personality, that's totally up to me. But the battle within me to want to be a stoic versus not denying my own emotions is like, that's where the problem lies. You feel me? Like, you ever have that, like when you were younger, or even now? It's one of those things that never really
When
goes
I was
away.
younger, I understand exactly what you're talking about. Now, like we were talking at the break, I've been through some things in life to
Scars.
to get to 51. So and that's something that you don't have yet, is time under your belt.
Right.
So that time under your belt is what's going to create what you're looking for, because you need those life experiences to balance who you want to be and who you think you should be. And how you handle a situation and how you handle people.
Right.
Now I'm at that point where I can get pissed off and bury it and go talk to my fiance and say, this motherfucker, and I didn't lose my temper like I would if I was younger.
Right, yeah, I was gonna say.
But there's a lot of other things that helps you create people skills and self-awareness over time, going through experiences, falling down, getting back up, being successful, and capitalizing on that success instead of getting
wallowing
you don't want to wallow, and you don't want to get big-headed. You want to take that success and go, okay, I did this.
Yeah.
So now,
remove the ego from it.
Now how do I do this even better,
streamline,
and easier?
Swag on it, for sure. Yeah.
It's just those experiences that you're lacking. How old are you? 20?
Turning 21 in like 10 seconds.
In 10 seconds.
Yeah, right on, man.
All right.
I'll be able to do all the stuff I've been doing since I was 19. Legally. Shit. What a fucked up system that is.
Oh, yeah.
They let you. I know you like don't want to get political, but I love the meme of it's like, you can go to war and die at 18. I don't know if they let you. Do they let you do active duty at 18?
I think you can go to war at any age.
Well, shit, depending on what country you're in.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids in the fucking Congo don't get to decide when they get shot at. You're already in the shit. You're in the war.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't even, do they even have the time to think about shit like, it's like, who do I want to be as a man? It's like, they already have that experience.
They're put into a direction.
Yeah, you're already melted down, cast into it. We have the luxury of thinking about it.
So what do you think is making you who you are today? Some of your experiences, or how do I say this? When I say experiences, some experiences you choose and some of them you do not choose.
The ones that I do not choose are the ones that shape me the most. Because I can
That's
say
what I was looking for.
The things I say to myself to make me be a better person unto myself, those things only have grips over me for so long. But the things that come that I wasn't prepared for change me entirely. I am a much different person than I was a year ago. And I mean, obviously everybody can say that, but me being in it and me having empathy for my own emotions and shit and my lived
with you being
experiences,
20 and having that outlook
20,
means that when you're 25, imagine who the person you're going to be.
Hopefully a hero.
Well, we'll get you a cape.
Hopefully.
Can't put that on order.
Well, I do. I want to be a hero.
Sure,
a stand-up guy.
That's what everybody wants to be. Oh yeah.
So
not everybody
wants to be. Yeah.
Not everybody.
When you're young. My expectations, I have very high expectations of myself, and I think that's why sometimes I get a little downtrodden because I'm not living up to being Superman right away, right? But
It
small
takes
victories.
time.
Small victories.
You got to build those small victories. Put 10 small victories into a block and consider that one
victory. It's a big victory when you think about it like that.
Okay. I'm a karma guy.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm probably going to get some shit from this, but I'm a karma guy.
Sometimes.
So therefore, if it's easy to go out and get bad karma.
It's easy to be angry.
It's real easy. It's tough to get 10 great karmas, 10 positive karmas, because that one bad karma will wipe out those 10 positive karmas.
Yeah, nothing easy.
So therefore, I just go through life always striving for that good karma. I'm not going to cut somebody off in traffic. If I see somebody alongside the road,
no, that's a small victory.
I'm going to ask them if they need a jump. Do you need this?
You okay, man?
You okay? If I see a drunk, in the sidewalk, I'll try and prop him up so he doesn't puke and choke.
But that's the thing for me.
So that's good
I know
karma.
Exactly what you mean, but the committal portion of it is something that's for me because I don't want to say
because you're young.
It's because I'm young and I want to be doing different fucking things every 5 minutes. But to follow through with actually checking on people and being the person I want to be, being a good person, is hard. It's easier said than done, And I've been learning that for years now because I've had this kind of I want to be a hero thing for a really long time, or a couple years, about 3 or 4-ish, and to actually follow through with being a good man and to be, somebody's hero, way fucking harder than just saying I'll be there for you.
Okay,
you gotta say it.
Let me give you
it.
this piece of advice.
Yeah,
actions speak louder than words.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because you can say I'll be there to help you fix that flat tire.
Yeah.
Or if you don't need, it doesn't even take a phone call and you show up and go boom.
Yeah,
no, I got this done for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Definitely, because I've had that. I've had that where it's just like I'm getting a call at 2 a.m. My friend is broken down, and I'm like, I have not slept in so fucking long. I don't want to do this. I really love this guy, but wow, I want to sleep. And I had a decision to make. Do I be the honorable person that I really want to fucking be, or do I go to bed and get that small, satisfactory sleep? I went and changed his fucking tire.
Exactly.
Because it's important to me to be that guy. But even still, I have, I'm young. My brain's not necessarily fully developed. I might have killed a few brain cells from doing this and that, right? My development.
Have you had any concussions?
No, but my brother has quite a few. This motherfucker went on a skateboard into a fire hydrant head first.
That happens.
They don't tell you how much the head bleeds.
I just gave myself a concussion about what, Cam? 6 weeks?
2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks.
Shit,
no, it was about 4 weeks ago.
No, it hasn't been that long, has it?
Oh yeah.
Call them up.
All right, wait. I wanna elaborate on what you guys are talking about. So I think I think what young people get caught up in is they want to win a big battle. They want a big victory. They want to be able to say, "Hey, I did this." Blah 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 blah.
Absolutely.
But I think as you get older, you kind of grow up and you see that the small battles that you fight every single day are the actual battles that create who you are. Like what you're doing every single day, the habits that you make. That tells you what kind of person you're going to be. It's not the big battles, the one battle a year that you have that you win. That doesn't determine how you're going to act, who you're going to be.
It can, but I definitely feel you with the small victories. I feel like there's a lot of ego in a big bombastic kind of thing like that, and that's another thing, like vanity and ego, and corralling it back to the stoicism talk, getting rid of that part of yourself. That's the very humbling part. But to deny yourself of those easier emotions is something that's like creates friction within you. But yeah, fighting every day. Everybody's depressed. I don't know. I only know a few people that aren't on medication.
But that self-awareness that you carry with this outlook is going to help you achieve what you're looking for.
God, I hope so.
Give it 5 years. Be patient, young grasshopper.
Right, yeah, that's it. I want to see. Yeah, I want to do it now. I want to accomplish much at a young age and be.
I need a chicken coop that needs
cool.
cleaned.
You got money? I'll do it for you.
No, no, we're going to give you some small karma.
Well, yeah, that's your small victory, taking advantage of a young
My
kid.
small victory.
It's gonna come back to
and
bite
your
you,
small good
motherfucker.
karma.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're going to steal my eggs?
Shit. Put them in a protein shake, beat you to death with it.
I'll send you home with some eggs.
Yeah. My mom would love that.
Yeah.
So maybe. Wait, how much eggs? How many eggs? How much shit is there inside that coop? How big's the coop? It's all about bargaining.
We'll show you after the show.
Yeah, we'll.
Oh, we're doing this.
We're going to circle around to this. All right.
I'm yeah, I was gonna say I'm used to most things being a bit, for comedy's sake. That's putting your money where your fucking mouth is. See, man, every day, every way, what manifested, boom.
See?
We out here.
Exactly. Things are coming your way and you don't even know it.
Shit, a few eggs.
Now you got a ring on here. You married there?
No, this is actually my grandfather's ring. I would just wear it on the same fucking finger, and it keeps people from hitting on me sometimes, which is good.
You probably attract a lot of men.
I do. No,
I know, I do too.
It's funny that you say that, but I do. It's
I said it for comedic purposes, but I know.
I got the dyed fucking hair, and I'm a little bit, I wouldn't say fruity, but
flamboyant.
Flamboyant. I've been described as flamboyant.
I know that years ago, not lately, but years ago, over at the college, because remember I told you I was a building service worker.
Yeah.
That's a fancy word for janitor.
Janitor. You sweep the fucking floors. You mop the shit.
Exactly.
You fix things.
Exactly.
For sure.
But yes, there was a young student population of males that found me
enticing.
Yes. Unfortunately.
The hunky David Hasselhoff janitor.
I was thinking more Bill Clinton.
Less rapey, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, we're fucking hitting on them today.
Yes, we are.
No rules, baby. On the Lolita Express.
But it's awesome to have you come out, man.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here to actually talk my shit and get it out to people. Is sweet opportunity.
And it's
meet
awesome
new people.
to keep Cam exercised with the program here. There's some editing, and so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, editing's not really all that fun, right? You're lying to me. I've
you should
had
see
Windows Movie Maker before. I know what editing is. Yeah, I told you, man.
I have videos like 11 years old.
Pull up my old YouTube real quick. Rayce Yohn. It's just my first name and then last name twice. All right, right on. Rayce Yohn.
Yon?
Yeah, I don't. Oh well, hey, shit. There.
Are we back live?
Are we live? We good?
Rock and roll.
There it is, dude.
Which one do you want to start with?
Oh, dude, any one of them.
I don't have
you
anything.
Fucking want.
I don't have to prove anything to you.
Yeah, that's
by Rayce Yohn 8 years ago.
8 years, so that I was 12, 12 or 13. People?
I'm not.
That fucking haircut. I had that haircut up until high school. Or junior year, I want to say.
People. I'm not doing an AK video. Saw me do the F2000, all those other weapons cut, sides of foul.
I was a Call
I'm
of
not doing
Duty
the AK, though.
YouTuber. I pointed my camera
Not
at
on
the
this,
screen. And
Because I have nothing to prove with the AK.
What
I
year was
watched-
this?
I've watched
2012.
Red Dawn.
Oh, okay.
so a substantial
times
amount of
I've
time
popped.
ago. Yeah, you can probably stop that now. I do not want to hear myself like that.
Well, getting back to the 515 podcast, we've had a
Ladies
good
and
time here. There's a bunch of monkey fucking going on right now, but we're just happy to be fucking back.
Yeah,
It's true.
to be a good guy.
Oh, it
yeah.
took me a long time to be a good person.
Right, yeah, for real. I was.
Oh,
a
I
fucking
firmly
shithead.
admit it.
When you
I've got a lot more years that I've been a
Yeah,
shithead.
no.
Oh, trust you me. Oh no,
You got about 50
I've
some.
had to make some apologies to my children.
Oh my god.
And I've done it.
Apologizing even when you don't have to as well is something I've been trying to get myself to do more, because a lot of times people don't come out and say that they're hurt. They say they're, you know, a victim, but they don't ever tell you. You know, this is a different situation entirely, where you almost have to eke it out of them to get them to say what they really mean or how they're really feeling. And I guess honestly that's not up to the person who is doing the hurting, that needs to apologize a lot of the time, but it's a goodwill gesture, something I've been trying to get in with.
What I found is that a lot of folks in life that are doing the hurting, they think that their actions are acceptable because they don't realize it.
Fuck that. yeah. They
don't. They're like, what I do?
They're
that was supposed to be normal.
There's a philosophical razor that I think rings true, like pretty much 99.9% of the time. I forget which razor it was, but it's basically, don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to stupidity. Because these people they're self-absorbed. They don't realize what maybe the consequences of their actions. They're not always doing it to be mean. I really feel like there's not as many mean people as we fucking think in the world. But there's a lot of fucking stupid people, and that's very likely.
And there's repeat offenders.
That's when you get into pattern recognition and all that shit.
Yes, that's when you're like, okay.
Then they are a fucking dickhead.
You're a repeat offender once or twice. I get it.
That
10, 15?
Third strike, you're fucking out. And you know, actually, after I let it go so many times with third strike, you're out fucking people, it's 1 or 2 now. I don't need to deal with that. Even being so, like you said, you know, so young, it weighs on you. These people who consistently bring you down. Not that I have a whole hell of a lot of that anymore, but I had a friend of mine who I still love to death, but just kept hurting me. But I let it go on for so long, it was just kind of normal at that point, and it's really fucking sad. I still love him to death, but I can never see him again.
I have friends like that. I do.
Wish him well, but
where it's like, wow, dude,
I will.
You continue to do this, and you don't understand what you're doing. I just have to box you out.
Yeah, I'll kill you if I see you again. Not actually. That's my monkey brain talking.
I know.
But
we know.
You
we
know. Yeah. That philosophical razor is I very much attribute to him, because I don't think he's a mean guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. Just makes mistakes.
See,
and
right
then
there.
the repeat offenses come into play, and then I stop thinking that.
Yeah.
But you know, some people are stupid for not learning, so that's the attribution of the stupidity, probably. You know, there's a lot of ways you can work every situation. There's a lot of mental gymnastics that go into making yourself the person in the right in every situation. But try to look at something objectively like that and use that philosophical razor has just gotten me through a lot. Actually, can you look that up? The which philosophical razor I'm talking about? Don't attribute to stupidity what you can attribute to, or don't attribute. Razor. Yeah, like, you know, Occam's razor or something like that. I don't even know what the hell that is, but I was just looking it up. Yeah, philosophical. Yeah. Razor. But yeah, what do you think about that? Have you heard that before, like Occam's razor or any other philosophical razors? I took one fucking two philosophy
All my
classes in
philosophies have
college.
come from the gutter.
Right. Philosophy of the street.
Skin knees, bruise, elbows.
5 philosophical razors to help you win any argument.
I mean, maybe you'll find it in there. I'll know it when I fucking see it. But
do you just want like a general definition, or
Hanlon's razor? Never attribute to malice that which can be adequately explained by stupidity. Which, fucking, yeah. There's a lot.
Can I streamline that for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't ever argue with an idiot.
You're just bashing your head against a wall.
Because they will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience.
Yeah, that's a good one. My fucking father actually told me that. No shit.
Well,
And
we're
he
probably
was
about the same age.
Yeah, he's actually a little older. He's almost 60 now.
Oh, okay.
My sister was like, would be 30 by now. My brother's
Oh,
28.
okay,
I'm,
okay.
I'm the baby.
You're the puppy.
Pretty much, yeah. And
Probably still eat like a puppy.
Well, that depends, you know. When it's Thanksgiving, I'm ready to unbuckle my fucking belt and everything. But yeah, sometimes I eat like a bird. It really just depends on the day how I'm feeling. It's a really big mental thing, because a lot of times I'll feel hungry, but it's like, I don't really need to eat right now. I'm doing other more important things. But other than that, sometimes when I'm bored,
Dude,
it's like,
I eat
Cheez-Its, baby.
I eat 5 square meals a day.
That's actually good. That's probably why you're skinny. If you space out those meals, it'll get your metabolism into thinking you're absorbing
My
more.
metabolism is very, very well exercised because
Probably better than mine.
I get up at 2 in the morning. I got to be at work in DeKalb at 4.
Fuck that. No way.
So
Get real.
So I get up and I eat a little bit of something, take my high blood pressure medicine, this, that, and the other, head to work. By 5 o'clock, I'm eating a bologna sandwich.
Oh shit! You've been up for hours by that
Exactly.
point. So
But I
you
eat
got
throughout
to.
the whole day. Get home, eat,
Yeah, you have your meal. You're like a hobbit. You got
drink my dinner,
breakfast, second breakfast.
Then
Yeah,
eat-
drink your dinner.
and then eat a real dinner.
See,
'cause-
shit, I thought you were talking like, oh wow, protein shake, but that's my
No.
that's my room temp IQ coming into play again. Actually, let's look at what can be asserted without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. Hitchens, like Christopher Hitchens, do you think? Oh yeah, and then Occam's razor. Simpler explanations are more likely to be correct. Avoid on that.
Hey, we're not going to get in trouble for this.
It's a Wikipedia article. It's
Okay.
free
Well,
public.
For using a Wikipedia page? No way.
yeah.
We've got to worry about copyright.
I think with copyrights, I think we'll only ever get in trouble if we try to make money off of somebody else's like service, product,
okay.
video.
I mean, shit.
Because I don't want to get nicked.
But like, look, it says right here, Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia.
It's free. It's public. You're not gonna get dinged.
Let's see what Rogan does, and not everything can be on there.
Right. Yeah.
But maybe because he's
They've
making
looked-
money.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, they've looked at several, different types.
They can.
of things.
Jamie's be like, I can play 20 seconds of this, and then I can't play no more.
Right. Yeah. Like music, especially.
Yeah.
No more than 3 seconds.
Is it 3 seconds now?
I think it's 3 now, which is just like, dude, that's not even like a measure of a song practically half. the
That's
time.
like guess this riff.
Yeah, yeah. I like that though. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, god damn it, what song is that? It'll just be like a snow, and I'll be like, oh, I only heard 3 seconds of it, but
When
I know
Cam
exactly what
Cam
it
came
is.
out, he had to run to his house, and he came back, and I was out here sweeping,
Yeah,
listening to a Winter Storm
by
by The Winter.
It's
Oh.
just like the ambient noise of a winter
Like-
storm.
like-
Oh, I
Li-
thought
li-
the
li-
Winter Storm was like a fucking band or
I listened to like Rain.
Trans-Siberian
I listen to
Orchestra.
Rain.
Yeah, okay, at the ambient stuff for sure.
You can listen to 10 hours of being on a pirate ship.
I saw that pulled up over. Yeah, rocking on. Dude,
Yeah, I fall asleep to that stuff.
it's cool. It is. I do. I like ambient shit. I like dark ambient. I kind of live in constant anxiety, right? So just like stuff that's familiar like that. I guess a preface to this is I like noise music. You ever heard of noise music? Do you know anything about noise?
Noise music, that's like, heavy riffs.
No, that's heavy metal. That's
Okay.
hardcore. That's beat down. That's slam.
Yeah.
Noise
I know.
music is noise. It's static. It's different sounds that aren't necessarily pleasant to listen to. Then you drift into harsh noise territory. It's an entire genre that is like it
Like
has
the
its-
sounds of rabbits being butchered and stuff.
You could do that as a sample. Fuck,
Oh
you
my
could put that in a
gosh.
regular song.
That's terrible.
No, well, I don't listen to rabbits being fucking tortured and killed.
Okay.
But my friend just bought me a noise album. It's from a band called Styrofoam Sanchez, and they use a lot of like sirens of tornadoes and static and synths and different
Okay,
sorts
so
of noises.
but it's all
there.
in time and it's in the
There
same
is-
key. It makes sense.
Yes.
It's
There's still a musical
it's
structure
arranged.
to it. Yeah, a little bit. It's like a I would equate it to something like just a standard composition, but it sounds much worse. it's
kind
definitely
of like the
different.
Grateful Dead and Pink Floyd had a baby.
No, not even
No,
fucking.
okay.
I'll listen to China Cat, Sunflower, but noise music is not for everybody. Like,
I got to look this up.
oh, you wanna pull up some noise music?
Yeah, make sure it's copyright free.
Well, they're not gonna fucking ding ya. So a good intro to noise music is look up. I want to say actually we could probably look up Styrofoam Sanchez too. Probably Hanatarash. It's a Japanese noise rock band. Hanatarash. Yeah, you'll find it either way. Japanoise is what it's called. Yeah, no, it is. It's like they kind of pioneered. I know, it's weird, right? They pioneered the genre, and actually, Hanatarash, the main guy, is involved in something called danger music. Now, you think noise music is nuts and weird. This guy, I think here's footage of it. Yeah, check out this video, that black and white Hanatarash bulldozer gig.
The first one right here?
The bulldozer gig. This man, his music is may not necessarily sound like music, but it's what you make of it, it's what you bring to it kind of it's like, I would attribute noise music almost to like being a Rorschach test. It's not as philosophical, and I know I sound like, real pretentious, but some of this shit is really cool. There's different rhythmic sections interspersed in different samples and different knobs you turn. It's a lot more fun to perform than it is to listen to a lot of the time. But danger music is basically...
driving a backhoe through a venue sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm saying, and this is kind of Hanatarash is what got me kind of interested in either danger music or noise music.
So this is what you do when you don't have no talent.
Yeah, but also, goddamn, you're right. You're so right. It doesn't take a whole hell of a lot of talent to perform this shit. But there is a method to
Hell,
every
we can go out there and, listen to me, record me chasing chickens around.
Hey, somewhere a couple was in that audience saying, this is our song.
Yeah.
We got married to this.
Shit, I would. That'd be funny as hell.
Yo, play that bulldozer song again.
Bulldozer broke. Bro, he's literally just vibing.
No, you are
Everybody
educating an old
gets-
guy right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Which brings me youthful.
Yeah. You become more endowed with this is what the youngins are listening to.
So is this
Yeah.
is this so
Thanks
he says
for the education, man.
bulldozer gig. So these people all came to this place together and they watched this guy drive this bulldozer around?
I don't think that was actually originally planned, but his gigs were famous for glass breaking and just shit being thrown everywhere, metal piping. The guys I was talking about, Styrofoam Sanchez, are kind of like a diet version of this, an extremely diet version where they are more, have more rhythmic sections, more synths, more regular sounds, and there is actually vocals. Noise music vocals are a lot of times drowned in distortion. You can barely understand what they're saying. This gig, LCM 11114, that is a good video. Now look at these guys, their stage get up, the music, it's very anxiety inducing, interesting music. And they do vocals. It's different. Sometimes it even gets heavy. And what I wanted to do originally is like just nutso stuff like this.
How did you find out about these guys?
Through this is the album that my friend got me. These guys are actually local.
Well, because look, local? Okay, I was going to say they've got...
Can we get them on the podcast?
I messaged them on Facebook a little while ago. I don't know if they're still together, but I would be definitely interested in doing that. Maybe a live set or something. That would be cool.
Well, because look, it's got 391 views.
Yeah, they're not popular at all.
And so what's their... Let's dive in.
Yeah, take a good listen. And then here comes the big walls of sound, the sirens, the bass, the oscillators. It's incredible. Now, a lot of the time, videos like this don't do the performance justice. But to be there, to feel the energy in that room is different entirely. Another thing too, actually, with a lot of these guys, they're not untalented. This is like jumbled garbage to the average person, but a lot of these guys know a lot of technical shit about their specific equipment. A lot of time they're actual musicians. It's like counterculture almost, I want to say, because this is not
the first
norm.
time I've ever seen anything like this, and I'm still speechless. Just let me digest. I'm open-minded.
Sure. Even the styrofoam itself adds to the noise and to the atmosphere of what they're trying to accomplish.
It's very, very much a performance art.
It is. It's avant-garde. It's modern art.
It's
audio.
Yes.
Hey, Cam.
Yeah, what you got?
Give her a pause.
See, I've been over at NIU for almost 20 years, and I spent 17 years in the art building.
Yeah.
And so I know all them folks, and they teach music. They teach this. Well, my fiance is a graphic designer.
Right on.
And so I've seen one of the professors that teaches sound, and what he did for his class is that it was a 4-story building, and they had a big stairwell, and what he did is he put with a 4-story building, there was probably 8 landings in the stairwell. Okay, and what he did is he put 8 students on each landing with like a drumstick and a tin can. You know, one had an amplifier and a harmonica. One had some styrofoam. One had some beads, and they had to play together something in that stairwell.
Yeah.
That made sense.
And the acoustics in there were fucking
And they
awesome,
had they had to play off each other without being able to see each other because you're on different landings. I can't see the guy at the top. He can't see me, but I need to know what he's doing.
Yes. You hear it's totally auditory. It's like
so that's what it's reminding me of.
It's very much modern art, and I wrote a few papers on that when I was in college because I fucking hate modern art, but I love this shit. And I asked myself, well, why? You know, I can paint a blue square. How I categorized it was pretty much it's got to fill, not to put art in a fucking box because that's kind of defeating the purpose, right? It's got to fill some kind of categories for me. Like you got to have either the skill, time investment, and God,
for something like this, you got to have the balls to go out in front of people and do it.
That too.
Realistically,
you know how fucking embarrassing this would be.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it
for a lot of people. Yeah, and that's why I love doing the laundromats. It gets me out of my fucking comfort zone. This shit.
Let me know what the next laundromat.
You come along, dude. they're really fucking crazy, dude. No, they get nuts. Like people mosh. It's so cool. It's dumb. It's ridiculous, but I love every fucking second of it because it gets me out of my comfort zone. I don't want to be complacent, you know, just sitting there. I like normal music too. I'm perfectly capable of playing any fucking tune, give or take. But this shit is just so fucking wild.
Okay. So let's build on that. What are your musical influences?
Musical influences. Well, speaking of hardcore, which is kind of
we started out you like metal. You're a metal guy.
Metal for sure. It's always been metal. One of my first metal bands was Slayer, and when I heard that I was just like, yes, I like this. But then that transformed into you know, Metallica, the Big Four, everything like that. But what really came to a head for me musically was a genre called hardcore. And sometimes I don't feel so powerful, But when I listen to hardcore, I feel like I could crush somebody's fucking head. and that's what kind of got me with it, because I was like, one, the music is great. Two, I feel like I could box a fucking gorilla. And then three, the immaculate feeling I feel when
I just
listen
figured
to
you
that.
out.
Yeah?
You are an adrenaline junkie.
I learn something new about myself every day. I wouldn't call myself an adrenaline junkie, but probably.
No.
I run a lot.
You like adrenaline rushes.
Holy shit. You know what? Maybe I do.
Because
Okay.
I'm an adrenaline junkie. Right now. Right? No, it's true.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I do everything.
Sometimes.
That has to have some kind of positive fucking angst and.
Right, angst, feeling. I get
Not all the time, obviously. Not like when I'm, when I'm making breakfast or anything.
Well, I'm not having.
But I think I make epic breakfast.
A manic episode while flipping fucking eggs. Well, no, yeah, and you know what? I think actually you might have
an
figured
adrenaline
it
junkie,
out.
man. That's what that is. You'd probably love skydiving.
Maybe I've thought about it actually.
They're open.
They have a restaurant there, right? At that one.
Yeah, the
over
flight
there?
deck.
That's right. My fucking friend's dad goes there all the time. He loves skydiving. Shit, I should go skydiving. I feel, because I'm not afraid. Like,
You came to a podcast and a therapist.
yeah, no shit. No, I do. That's what I love. I love bouncing ideas off of people and then figuring myself out.
Get a
through
different
that.
perspective.
On God, straight up, my guy, absolutely.
Yeah.
But going back to the musical influence, not to cut that in the bud, but yeah, hardcore music, the feeling, the veracity, the fucking. I can sum it up with this face. The stank face.
Look over there and give it.
You know what I'm saying? Just like. You feel buff as shit, but I really love this noise stuff too. And I wouldn't say these guys are, my influences. They're very new to me still to call them an influence, but
I would say so.
yeah,
Because for me, influences come through your teenage years.
yeah.
What you had through your childhood,
Well,
what your parents listened to,
Yeah.
and
My dad
the uncles
liked
or a
Tool.
friend.
Yeah, my dad liked Tool. My mom loved Seether, just like the alt rock, and then he never got into any heavy stuff. And I asked my parents about this. It's like, I kind of evolved musically. You guys don't like any of my shit though. It's like, 'cause you listen to fucking screaming, and it's like, it's cathartic, man. Just expelling all of that angry emotion and that pent up rage is just fucking awesome. Like, to be able to be that angry in a controlled environment where you're not hurting anybody, it's great. 'Cause I mean, like, I used to be an angry person.
You're young. It's not over yet.
Right. I have a lot of time to be different fucking shades of myself. But I used to be really, really angsty and a bad person, right, in high school or a little bit before. But yeah, to just be angry in a good way and to just sound really fucking tough and cool while doing it. It's sounds it's
That's
awesome.
why I love listening to loud Metallica.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rob Zombie. I love that shit loud.
My dad loves Rob. I've seen Rob Zombie
So have I.
with Marilyn Manson.
So have I.
Yeah.
Rockford Metro Center.
Yeah, and actually Marilyn Manson, he was my first taste of this is fucking weird kind of music, because he was shock
No,
rock.
I recant. I seen Marilyn Manson and Alice Cooper at the Metro Center.
Yeah.
Yep.
They kind of fit
Yep.
in a similar aesthetic, but
Well,
their
my children
songs,
were huge Manson fans, and I just didn't get it. Kind of,
Like-
I got it, but I didn't get it.
Charles Manson or Marilyn Manson? Because he
Marilyn
made
Manson.
music too. Okay, yeah.
Marilyn Manson, obviously, and there was Alice Cooper, and my kids are
I
going.
need you to pull something up.
My kids are like Alice Cooper, whatever.
He's the older,
yeah,
whatever.
and then we took them. I took my children. They were probably 20 and 14. My daughter was 14.
Yeah.
And I got them general admission, and we shoved her way to the front.
Shit, hell yeah.
And so Marilyn came out, did his thing, and they were all. And I was like, "That's a fucking good show. That's a show."
The theatrics of it are
I
great.
get it.
Mhm.
And then Alice came out,
But-
and then my children are like,
That music is a little bit more serviceable than Marilyn
Marilyn
Manson.
got his ideas from Alice, right?
Well,
There's some influence.
Oh,
I'm like, well,
for
yeah.
sure. There is
Alice came first.
yeah, then
Alice was throwing chickens into the audience and having them shredded back in the 70s.
They're playing together. Was that the show I was at? Some guy died.
Who?
An older guy died.
At which show?
Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. Some dude died.
That was in Rockford?
I think so. Oh God, what fucking venue was it at? But yeah,
Local, right?
Yeah.
Alpine Valley?
About an hour or two away.
Oh, that would have been up by Chicago.
Yes.
Probably the not Alpine, but
It's like it's got the big fucking grass section.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I've been there.
So, fun fact, what I had Cam, what I'm going to have him pull up, Charles Manson actually wrote a Beach Boys song.
I know.
Yeah. Do you? I found, yeah, of
I
course you
research
do.
everything,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Charles Manson Beach Boys song.
Well, he got very upset with the
Oh.
Beach Boys when they didn't allow him to be
A
a
member.
not really a member, but more influential, I think.
Right.
I'm probably misspeaking.
Never learn not to love.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the fucking song. As long as it's the Charles Manson one. Remastered 2001. Oh,
This says Beach Boys.
Yeah, and actually, it's probably copyrighted music. But I just wanted to get
Oh,
that
yeah, we
fun
probably can't
fact
play
out
this.
there.
Yeah, we'll go back to the
We'll
bulldozer
go back
gig.
to Hanatarash, yeah. We'll go back to the bulldozer noise dump. But yeah, the
Well, that's very interesting. I learned a bunch today about youthful music.
yeah. The people are tired.
Well,
and
shit, dude, I'm going to start a fucking band like this tomorrow.
Holy shit!
It won't take much.
You have a fucking bulldozer?
I have a recording studio.
Yeah, but do you have a bulldozer you can crash through it?
No, I've got internet.
That's true. There's a joke in there somewhere. But, I mean, yeah, you could. There's different ways of producing noise music. There's different subgenres of noise. There's actually ocean noise, which you might like. It's an entire genre. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for
Be
listening
back
to
in
me
5.
talk about noise. Be back.
All right, we're back from another break.
Yes,
we were talking
sir,
about
yes,
being
sir.
adrenaline junkies.
Dude.
No.
Finding out that about myself, or at least thinking about finding that out about myself is kind of eye-opening, because I thought originally it's like, do I just have like manic episodes all the time? You know, like a manic depression type thing? And it's like, no, maybe I just get really, really hyper. But then what do I call that? Kind of a mania. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. For me, being in a band was never about the fortune and fame. I just want to be on stage, strut my stuff, and exercise my adrenaline.
Yeah.
You know, get my adrenaline going, be covered in sweat.
Oh man, when you hit every fucking beat of a song and it's just sounds so fucking good, it's just
When the crowd is singing along with you.
yeah.
Your adrenaline's like, wah!
They know our songs. Holy shit. What's up, dog? What's going on?
Cam, could you please let Loke out?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love her to death, but
Oh, yeah, you can take her home. I'll rent her to you for a week.
Yeah, we have too many fucking dogs. 2 is enough. I always forget the dynamic range of these microphones. That's going to be editing hell for you.
I can't even hear what you're saying. Your voice is so deep
Yeah?
that the tone. I know the mic's picking it up, but I can't hear it.
Oh, dude, you want to know what's fucked up? I used to get kicked out of library all the time for just talking like this at a normal volume. Apparently, when I'm screaming for help, nobody can hear me. But as soon as I'm happy, everybody wants me to quiet down. That sounds really heavy, but I mean, it's more
Trust
of a
you
joke,
me,
really.
I've got a loud voice too.
Yeah, and it's like
And
it
so,
carries.
I mean, I could be in the store with my fiance, and I'll say something like, hey, look at, and I'll say something derogatory that I probably shouldn't be saying. And she'd be like, shut up, everybody
Felt
can hear
that,
you.
yeah.
I'm like,
They
can?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah, maybe you do see a little bit of me in yourself. I'm you from like the past, or the past. That's how that works. Hell yeah.
Exactly, and you see me as the future.
Yeah, shit. I hope I'm as cool as you when I'm fucking old.
I ain't
a
cool,
lot of
man.
a lot of people I know your age are shitheads, to me at least.
A lot of folks are narrow-minded.
Mm-hmm. When I was working at the Park District again, I was the youngest one there.
Park District for Dixon?
Sterling. It's actually kind of hard to get into Dixon Park District, apparently.
Okay.
they have more requirements, right? But I was like 16, so I was already didn't have as cool of a head now, but nobody wanted to fucking work with me because, one, I was the youngest guy there. Two, everybody else there was either fucking 40 or 70. I'm not shitting you. We had this guy named Bob.
Well, probably nobody wanted to train you.
Fuck, how much training does it take to run a weed eater? I already knew how to run those.
I know, but there's paperwork involved.
I would be surprised. Yeah, you know what? The stupidity thing, it always goes back to that. I mean, shit, I didn't know how to ride a zero-turn mower, but how fucking hard can it be? You know? And then I started doing it. It was a little bit more difficult than I originally thought, but then you get the fucking hang of it.
Little finesse.
Yeah, finesse.
Yeah, put some Italian behind that finesse when you say it.
You want to hear it? One of my favorite jokes my grandfather always told me, not Italian one. He was like, got an Italian car the other day. I was like, wow, really, Gramps? It's like, yeah, but popped the tire, it started making this noise, wop, 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 you know.
Okay.
And what I meant to say.
We're going to wind this podcast down while we're on a giggling point. Thanks for tuning into the 515 podcast.
Thank you all.
It's been a crazy day. Thank you very much for coming over and having an awesome session.
Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. I hope you come back again. We got some future projects we'd like to involve you in on.
Absolutely.
So tell everybody who you are again and what you got going on.
My name is Rayce Yohn. I like music, noise music in particular, and once this COVID shit ends, we're gonna start back up. Yeah, right. We're gonna start doing the shows again, 3 band engagements. We're gonna really get this place fucking hopping, baby.
$5 a ticket. Let's go.
Like a fucking foot long, baby. $5.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald und Schlater.
That was German. Yeah.